Those people take an L. They just miss out. All right, so let me start off. So this is our follow-up system. You have the leads, and now what do? 69% of real estate agents, no matter how wonderful a lead is, they will not call it. That's a fact. Hands down, only 31% of salespeople call the leads, right? So most real estate agents, after 1 to 3 calls, they don't call anymore. Grant Cardone said all sales, 80% of most sales are made on the 8th to the 12th call, 8th to the 12th follow-up, right? So that means when you get a lead, you have to be willing to dedicate 12 times to contact the client. You might as well just burn the lead, delete it out your system. 12 times. So if you got 100 leads, you got 1,200 contacts to make, right? If you're not willing to do that, you should just delete the lead and don't market to it, okay? So 8 to 12 is where 80% of all sales are made. What does that also tell you about your appointments? Who's ever had an appointment that did not show? Anybody? Okay. Anybody? Y'all got to stay with me. Come on, man. This ain't for me. I wrote this. Y'all got to stay with me. I need feedback, okay? This ain't for me. I'll follow up on my leads. I'll show you my tax return. My tax returns prove it. Okay? I'm the follow-up king. So, if you ever had a lead that didn't show up, it's probably because you didn't follow up. Because you guys now know our whole VIP buyer system is benefit rich loaded with the 9 VIP buyer benefits. Why would somebody not show up for those things? The only reason they would not show up is because you didn't remind them to show up. Right?
What about if they're not motivated?
Then you need to get rid of them. You shouldn't be following up with unmotivated people. The question is, how do you find out motivation? Right? Are you looking to make a move in the next 3 to 6 months? If the answer is no, they go to the bottom of your list.
Anthony, they be lying. They be saying like, "Oh, I need to move like immediately,"
Okay.
and then you follow up, and then they don't want to do anything.
All right, let's role play it out. You ready?
Okay.
All right. Hey, Ashley, are you looking to make a move next 3 to 6 months?
Yes.
Okay, great. We did the presentation. I just need you to. We're going to get everything signed here. Okay. I just sent it over for you to sign. I'm hanging here on Dot Loop. I'll answer any questions you have. Did you get it?
Yes.
Okay, great. All right. Signing everything. Any questions about anything?
No.
All right. Next step is to get you pre-approved. I have the pre-approval up. I'm walking you through it. Are you ready to go ahead and make that step so we can find out how much you qualify for so you can move as soon as possible?
Absolutely. Let's go.
Okay, great. All right, so we did the pre-approval. Great. We'll know in 24 to 48 hours where you stand. In 7 days from now, Ashley, what I want you to do is I'm going to send you houses. Then you're going to go drive by the houses yourself. You're going to give me a list of the 3 or 6 that you like the most, and then we're going to go out and see those houses. I'm also going to be sending you homes that you cannot find on MLS, right? Like bank foreclosures, company-owned homes, auction homes. Homes that are very, very, very hard to find that most buyers never ever get access to. Does that interest you?
Yes.
Okay, great. So today is Monday. It is 10:26. Next Monday, would you like to go out? I don't go out on Mondays, but Tuesdays, Wednesdays, or Thursday. Next Tuesday, would you like to go out morning, afternoon, or evening for 2 hours to look at 3 to 6 homes?
Let's do it in the morning.
Okay, great. Actually, you're not giving me pushback. Well, I want to see what the problem is.
No, they listen. This is what I'm saying. I had somebody that was even under an agreement. He
Uh-huh.
already had a pre-approval and everything, and just nothing.
What
Just
does it,
went
what does
cold.
nothing mean? Let's get specific. What does that mean?
Okay, specifically, so we set up a date. It was like the next day or 2 days later for us to go out and look at the houses, right? The list of
Right.
houses. Then I confirmed with him that morning. Oh no, I can't do it. Okay, well let's try it for tomorrow. Then tomorrow comes around. No, he can't do it.
Okay.
Then
Let's
later
stop you.
on, huh?
Let's stop you here.
Okay.
We follow up 48 hours before, 24 hours before, the morning of, and 1 hour before. That's 4 follow-ups. Why do
Okay.
we do that? If you book any appointments more than 48 hours away, they will not show up. Who can tell me what they have to do on Wednesday at 10:27? Who can tell me without looking at your schedule right now?
What's the
Nobody.
follow-up? What's
Nobody.
supposed to you follow up on that day?
Nobody knows, right? None of us know right now without looking at our schedule
Oh,
what we have to do Wednesday at 10:30 right now. None of us know, right? And and neither do your buyers. Okay, so think about this. I'm so glad you brought this up too, actually. This is great. Okay, so just make sure you're writing this down. You follow up. First of all, never book an appointment more than 2 days away. Otherwise, assume it will not happen. Just assume that. So imagine this. Imagine if you could just get in your head and say, every appointment I book, they're going to forget about and not show up. But I need them to show up because I got to help them find the home they love, and I need to make commissions to pay my bills or invest or whatever that may be, right? So if you assume, like I do, every person I book will not show up, what will you do to get them to show up? That's what we're going to talk about in a minute.
Okay.
Right? That's how you have to think, right? They won't show up. They're not going to show up. I got to do everything in my power to get them to show up. They're going to get busy. They're going to forget. They got kids. It's not on their schedule. They don't keep a Google Calendar like I do. They're not organized like I am. You know your disc profiles, you C's out there. Y'all super organized. Y'all think people are like y'all. And most people are not. Most people don't, oh, I got an appointment. They don't do like we do. Put in your phone, set a reminder. They don't do that. They go, oh man, it's Monday, 10:30. I know I got something to do. That's what they do. They want to buy a house yesterday. It's a priority that day because you did a great job on the phone letting them know it's a priority. But then they forget about it. They go back to their normal life, right? Okay. Mm-hmm. That's the reason why, I think the number is 87% of people don't hit their goals. The reason why, right? That's just across the world. 87% of people never achieve. They don't achieve their goals. So let's talk about what we can control. We can control what's on our screen. The follow-up system. We follow up 48 hours before, 24 hours before, 9 o'clock that morning, and 1 hour before the appointment. The only question is, what do we say when we follow up? Because most realtors say what? Hey Jill, this is Anthony. You're at the top of my screen, Jill. Sorry, it's normally Simone sitting up there. But you're at the top of my screen, and so you get all my stuff. All right, I say, hey Jill, this is what most realtors do. Hey Jill, I just want to remind you about our appointment on Wednesday at 10:30. All right, help you buy a home. Sound good? Come on, Jill.
Yeah.
Okay. It should be. Now let's talk about what I do, or what we do, what you guys know how to do. There's 3 concerns that buyers have: credit score, income, and what's the third one? Finding the right home, right? So every single time that you leave first of all, we never email reminders, never. We text and we video text and we call. We video text and call. That's how we remind clients. We video text and we call. We don't send emails. Emails don't sell houses. People do, okay? We video text and we call. All right, so you call the client. Every time you call the client, it needs to address credit, home, and money to close. You know, every single buyer, if you were not in real estate, most buyers, these are their top 3 concerns. So the conversation goes like this. Hey Jill, this is Anthony. I want to remind you about our home ownership experience meeting. It's Wednesday, 10:30. I just got out of a meeting with my lender, and they have a program where they can get you approved as long as you have a 580 credit score or better. They also can give you up to $10,000 towards your closing costs when no sellers in this market are doing anything. So you might get $10,000, and then they're going to get you access. I can get you access to homes that you cannot find on MLS. So all the stuff you're seeing in the news, you don't have to worry about that. I have a private list of homes specifically that you're gonna love in your price point. So you gave them 3 reasons to show up. Now you could add a 4th one if you want to do something with your commission at closing, especially if you got a hard to move client. Like, hey, also, if you call me back and we can get out, I can get you a certificate to give you a free appraisal. Nobody's writing.
I am.
Okay. I'm teaching you.
Now, where does that come from?
Comes from out your commission. Which is better? The $10,000 commission's on the table. Is 9,400 better or zero better? Which one works?
9,400.
Yeah.
Do you have a certificate for a free appraisal? Do you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Why? Because because you have what? Word. You have Word. Microsoft Word.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You can type up one, right? This is it, Anthony 13, free appraisal certificate. Here you go. Boom. $600 credit at closing. 100% of all buyers. I'm just giving you stuff. Now that's how you check motivation, Miss Castile. That's how you check motivation.
So why does it have to come out of our commission? Why can't it just come from the lender?
Because you have something to gain. Why would you?
So do you. So does
Why
the
would-
lender.
You asked me a question. I'm gonna give you the answer. Never count another person's money. Number one, rule in business. Number one. Number two, why would you have somebody pay for something that you could pay for? Because the
Because the
lender,
lender's benefiting from it too. If I refer the lender to business, the lender's benefiting from it as well.
so Ashley answered the question on how to check motivation. That's how we got to this motivating factor. If you're working with a lender, especially us, we give all kinds of money to people. I think we gave somebody like 12 or 13,000 last week. That's not the issue. The lender's not the issue. The issue is you getting them off their couch into your car into seeing a house. The lender has nothing to do with that. That's like saying, hey, Tasha will give you $600 if you can come and see houses. They go, oh, okay. But it's different than saying, I'll give you 600. What I mean, we should do all the time. Remember, Joe, at the open houses, give people $1,000, and if they came to us and we would come to closing and we give them $1,000, and we would just be picking up free business all day at open houses. It was crazy.
People like to feel like they're getting something.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is that if in your broker agreement, you've already, whatever you set that price at, you can offset the appraisal
Yeah.
with
all the
some of that
time.
money. So you're really not losing.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna help y'all. Y'all, remember, there's a question out there. Do you focus on the past, present, or future? Okay. Successful people focus on present and future, right? Unsuccessful people focus on the past, which means some people who are not success minded or haven't been opened up to a success mindset, they live in a scarcity mindset. You know what a scarcity mindset is? They focus on what they're losing versus what they're gaining. I would give away 50% of my commission if I could put a sign up in Atlanta or wherever, all my license, place I'm licensed, and get business. And I would say, hey, 50% of my commission, I'm going to donate to you as a buyer. Free business. Why would I care?
You're still making the other 50, which is more than the nothing you were making before.
Exactly. Exactly.
That
Guys.
and the referrals that come after that.
Exactly. So have a success mindset. Don't ever focus on what you're losing. Focus on what you're gaining, right? Some people, when I talk about EXP, they're like, well, here I only have a transaction fee and I would be losing. Why would I pay 20%, 80-20 split? I'm like, huh? I said, okay, let me just wake them up. So what you're gaining is stock options, revenue share. You can get the 16,000 back. You're closing 25 deals a year. You have 13 other revenue streams. So once you show them what they're gaining, then they say, yeah, this is a way better deal, even with a $250 transaction fee, right? Because most people think what? All brokers are the same. The second piece is they think all realtors are the same. That's why we've been training you on sharing these different documents about stuff that benefit them. You don't have to just be in what we offer. You can say, hey, ask yourself, what else can I give away? What else can I give away to buyers? What else could I have? Anthony gave us a list with 9 VIP buyers. What if I had a list of 18 VIP buyer benefits? Free lawn service for 30 days. Power washing when you move in. Maid service, $300. You guys say, where does the money come from? It comes out of your commission. Why would you care? Because remember, you only work for video testimonials reviews, written reviews. So how awesome is, you're setting up your video testimonial. I met with Tasha. She offered a free appraisal. She hooked me up with her lender. They gave me $5,000 in closing costs. I only needed a 580 credit score, and she showed me homes that I could not find on MLS versus the average real estate agent. Yep, I found a home. Yeah, we kept going to multiple offer situations. It was a nightmare. And then finally, after the 10th home, and seeing 100 homes, we finally got one. They're worn out. Which video testimonial would you want? Because remember, we write the video testimonial for our clients. We don't leave it up to them. We go like this. Hey, Jill, here's what I think how it summarizes our experience. You could just cut and paste this and record this. And most people do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Now we
No,
can move on.
that's great. One of my favorite apps is the Shipt app because it's $100 a year.
Yeah.
And I can order as much as I like. And then you saying, what else can you give them? I'm like, oh, by the time you run around and try to make a basket, I think to keep you front and center. Now I'm like, oh, you know what? My people that are closing, I'm just going to buy them a year of Shipt.
Yeah.
So they get groceries wherever they are.
Yeah.
Plus what other stores they deliver from, like 8 other stores. So they'll keep me on the front of their mind every time they go to order groceries or Office Depot.
Absolutely. Guys, you have an abundance mindset, number one.
Mm-hmm.
Always ask yourself, what more can you do? When I train you guys, I say, what more can I give them? I don't say, what less can I do? I say, what more can I give them? How much more can I help push them over there? How much more can I help them go from 1% commission like Simone had and show her how to do a 4% commission deal with a builder? What more? What more can you do for your kids? What more can you do for your significant other? What more can you do for your family? What more can you do for your church? What more can you do for nonprofits? You should want to do more. Give more money away. Give it all away. You should want to do that.
Anthony, I have a question.
Did I help you, Ashley, first of all? So we can move on.
Huh?
I got to get in my training. Y'all got a bunch of questions, but I got to train on what I got to train on today.
I'll hold it.
All right, go ahead. Did it help you?
Yeah. Thank
If you focus on credit, homes, and money to close, you will get them off their couch. If that does not get them off their couch, then you have somebody that you should not be working with. Everybody's not your client.
I paid for a young lady's home warranty. She was a single mom. She closed on a house. I paid for her home warranty. And when I told her, I took it out of my commission, she literally cried. And she was like, oh my gosh. And then now that's the young lady I was talking about today. Now she's selling her house and buying a second house. She just went under contract, and she gave like a raving review. She's a teacher. She talked about Jesus and team.
And you spent $400, and now you're about to list her house and help her buy another and make 20 stacks. Oh my God, God is good. All right, let's move on. Anybody else? More, guys. Don't be a scarcity mindset. More. Okay. All right. Anybody else? Actually, if that doesn't get them off the couch, fire them.
Okay.
Yeah, don't spend time with people that you can't spend time with. That's not going to help. That's not motivated at the time. You just put them on a drip and say, okay, just call me when you're ready. Because if that doesn't do it, it's nothing. I don't think there's much more you can do. Right? So make sure hope you guys wrote that down. 580, access to homes not on MLS, money to close with your lender. And add free appraisal. Add whatever you want. I've said, hey man, when you close a deal with me, I want you to know your first mortgage payment is paid as long as it's under $1,500. Here's a certificate. I'm just making up certificates.
Anthony, remember the guy, Lamont, that wasn't going to close the deal?
Yes.
He was like $2,000 short.
Yeah.
And we went to the closing table even, and it wasn't going to happen.
Yes.
So
it didn't happen.
Yeah, Anthony got him on the phone and said, hey, he said, I'm short. He said, well, how much are you short? Give me an amount. And I split it with the other agent. We took it out of our commission, and it was a done deal.
And commission, what, $10,000, $15,000? Right? Don't let money stop you from closing deals. What if you closed the deal you wouldn't normally close and you made $2,000? It's free money. It's a trip to Cancun. I don't know, right? All right, something to think about. All right, so hopefully I've helped you with that. That wasn't what this is about, but we're gonna get into it. So yes, benefit rich, getting them off the couch. You don't fire people. Actually, I didn't want to tell you to fire them, but you put them on a slower drip and just say, hey, all right, well, call me when you're ready. I only got 3 certificates left for, my lenders. Before all the money's gone, my lender wanted me to reach out to all my clients. So before before all the money's gone, you scare people. You use scarcity tactics on your clients. It's called fear of loss, right? Fear of loss. People fear what they're losing, right? That's how most people are. All right, so let's get into the follow-up system. Follow-up systems. Great questions, guys, by the way. All right, so 4 parts to the system, guys. If you want to reach more leads, it says get more of the leads you generate, chasing and increase this conversion for you guys. This is a presentation I did for agents. I think they were doing $1 million or more in commissions, and they have the same problems all of us. Getting leads, getting people on the phone, and getting people off their couch. So put this presentation together for them to help them. All right, so I'm sharing it with you. Number 1, sorry guys, you got to call the leads back. You got to call them. I'm sorry. Sorry, real estate agents. 69% of the real estate agents that don't want to call the leads. You got to call them. Okay? If you don't want to call the leads, then you have to hire somebody that will. But you should call them first, so you kind of, like I'm testing y'all Jacksonville leads out. Right? Now we got it down pat. Because it's a little bit different market there. The Jacksonville people, I want you guys, Jacksonville agents that are here, they think there's no homes available in Jacksonville, guys. We've heard that from 4 out of 19 clients so far. They say, there ain't no homes here. What is this home about? What do you guys, there's no homes here. But yeah, we'd like to meet. Because you talked about access to homes I can't find on the internet. My only problem and question is, like I posted in Slack to you Jacksonville agents, who knows how to find off-market properties? I showed you guys who knows how to do it. Those are the only people that's getting appointments from me, because I've been testing the market in Jacksonville. These are not $150,000 deals either, y'all. I don't market to those people. These are $350,000 or more of the deals in Jacksonville. And these people are saying, there's no homes in Jacksonville. Why are they saying that, guys? Because every real.
We have a low inventory, but we can still find homes for them. As you said, offline, there's so many other ways. But yes.
Why? You got to remember, why does the client say that?
I have no clue.
Because they don't know.
No, because they're being told that by the agent that they're talking to. They're being told, hey, it's a super tight market. There's not a lot of inventory. They're being told that on the news. They've all seen the 60 Minutes, because I just got asked that. Did you see the 60-minute special? There's no inventory in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
That's why.
And then hopefully you smart people that show up to my meeting say, I know, because I got a secret list. Thousands of homes in Jacksonville for sale that are not listed on MLS. Because I showed you all the websites to go to. We did this, right? We put up Jacksonville. We put up like 600-700 homes, right?
Yes.
Right. Okay. I already showed y'all this training. So what does that tell you guys that are here and show up every week in Jacksonville? You got a gold mine. You have a complete gold mine, because you know how to find them homes that they cannot find on the internet. It takes you less than 5 minutes. And then when you show them one house that's not on MLS, they go, man, you're amazing. And now you take over the Jacksonville market. Right? All right.
Yes.
So Simone is 100% right. The buyers think that because that's what they're being told, and what most real estate agents do is they just repeat what other real estate agents say. There's no inventory, da 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 da. I'm like, oh my God. I could go on the radio in Jacksonville and have a huge meeting with buyers saying, hey, come to this event if you want homes that you cannot find on the internet. It's $299 to show up. If we don't find you a home, we'll give you your money back. And I guarantee you we'll be packed. Guaranteed. All right, the earlier you can talk to a prospect in the process, the better. Here's a fact. 72% of home sellers go with the first agent they speak with, regardless of experience. 72%. Remember, we're talking about follow-up. Show me a real estate agent fresh out of real estate school that will follow up. I'll show you a 6-figure real estate agent. You will learn 2 approaches to lead generation, branded and less branded. We'll talk about those in a second. We're not going to really talk that much about that. So in our system, when we give you guys a appointment, I don't care what you're doing, pull over your car, stop whatever you're doing, and call the lead and say, hey, this is Anthony. You just got in. My assistant just booked a buyer VIP home buyer experience meeting with you and I on Wednesday at 10:30, and I already gave you the rest of that. I typed this up and sent this to y'all, by the way, didn't I? Last week. Yeah.
Stop.
I typed this up and sent this to y'all last week on what to say when you actually confirm appointments, right? You sent that out, Juanita? I sent it to you. I know you did.
Yeah, the script.
Yeah. You on mute?
Yes, I did. Yes.
Okay. If you guys don't have what I'm talking about, make sure you get it either in Slack here or Ask Juanita or email razy@anthonythorntonteam.com. All right. All right. So you got to call the leads back. So let's get into this. All right. Any prospect contacting you, wanting to talk to you, expecting a response, you will be wise to call them back ASAP. 72% of people go with the first agent they talk to. You have a huge advantage because 69% of real estate agents, they don't call the leads. They just complain. They don't call the leads at all. I tested this. I went to LA and I was looking for a beach house and I called several agents. I said, all right, I was with my wife. I said, hey, we're driving down in Long Beach. I called these agents. I said, hey, I am a person that flew in from Atlanta. I want to buy a beach house this weekend in Long Beach. I am paying cash as long as it's under $3 million. Will you please call me back? I called 5 real estate agents to this day. Not one called me back.
Wow.
And most of the stuff that I was calling on was under $2 million. And so not one person called me back. To this day, ended up buying one, but because I went off market, I dealt with it for sale by owner, right? So I want you to know it's not just Atlanta. This is all across the country. Fast response is good. When a lead is not respecting a response, not waiting on your call, here's the best follow-up process for you to do. Let's talk about what it kind of looks like. Time block to ensure follow-up, guys. I gave you the times. Remember, 48 hours, 24 hours, 9 o'clock in the morning, and then 1 hour before. People work different shifts across the country. The time that you call them to book the appointment is probably the best time to follow up with them because they're available, right? Right? There's a lot of people that work shift work. Everybody doesn't work 4:30 in the morning to 6 o'clock at night like we do. Okay? Everybody doesn't do that. Pick times that your experience reveals prospects are more likely to answer the phone. Okay? MIT has already done a study on this for us. So let's just share what those times are. 7:30 a.m. to 9 a.m., 11:30 to 1 o'clock, 4:30 to 6:30. Those are the best 3 times that people will pick up the phone from perfect strangers. Okay? So when is the best time to call a lead?
7:30 to 9, 11:30 to 1, 4:30 to 6:30.
And then this said the best time to call a lead is always what? Right now. Right? Right now. Right now. Call a lead now. Get it. So never procrastinate. Call the leads. Calling the leads is the most important part of all of our real estate businesses, is calling the leads. So if a prospect does not answer, hang up without leaving a voicemail. How many of us here have voicemails that we haven't listened to yet? I know the C's don't. They listen to everything in their emails down to 2. Right?
Not even.
Right. I got voicemails on my phone. Somebody's like, Anthony, I left a message for you. I'm like, yeah, here's one from Friday I haven't listened to. Right? I'm like, why did you leave me a message? That was not very smart. Text me or video text me. Some refer to this as double tapping. So what do? You call, you get their voicemail. You hang up. You don't leave a voicemail, guys. You wait 5 seconds and you call them right back. You guys know when you get a back-to-back call, we call it double tapping. People are like, I wonder who is this calling me like this? You may want to do it a 3rd time. All right? You may want to do it a 3rd time. Your goal is to get them on the phone. Don't think that you're bothering people because you're not bothering people. Remember, every lead in our system, they filled out a form saying, give me a call, I want more information. We don't cold call people. So they already responded to us. So I assume yours is the same way, right? So they pick up their phones. They're trying to figure out who is this person calling me back to back to back, and then text them, assuming the process is Craig Smith. It says here, Craig, are you there? That's what you're texting. What are they gonna say? Who is this? Y'all with me this morning? Trying to help y'all. Okay. Okay. Trying to help y'all. Okay. Trying to help y'all. Let me help you. Please let me help you. Okay. Craig, are you there? Takina, are you there? Carol, are you there? Sharon Prince, are you there? Sam Williams, are you there? Juanita, are you there? Joe, you were there? Jill, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
All right, just checking. That was part of the text. Okay. Are you there? If there's no response, move on to the next lead, and then just repeat the process later. You don't badger somebody, because if I'm not responding to your text, that means I'm busy, right? So then you'll wait and find another time and do it again. So you probably do this to me 2 or 3 times in a day to get me on the phone, right? So make sure you understand this double tapping process. We don't leave messages because people don't listen to your message. People do not read your emails. Don't leave messages. Don't leave emails. That's what video text is for. That is your message. Okay? That is your message. Video text. Yes, you have to do your hair, ladies. Or not. Okay? All right. So when he responds with something like, yes, who's this? Because this is what happens. I say, Anthony, I'm calling you now. And you call him. In our database, what we do is we text thousands of people at one time with a message, and they go, yes, I'm interested. I could show you that. And then we only call the people, Ashley, that are interested, people that are motivated buyers and sellers. It's Anthony, I'm calling you now. And you call them. If you leave them a message, this is not a voice message, right? Just so you guys know. This is a video text. Video text, and I already sent you guys a script last week on what goes in a video text. Okay? I've got good news on the information requested. I'm calling you now. And of course, yes, you do have to call them. So you have our script, ladies and gentlemen. What I would suggest you do is spend $1.75. Go to FedEx Kinko's near you. Get your script laminated. And if you have multiple vehicles, put it in each vehicle. Okay? Put it in each vehicle. I'm telling you, that's what I do. I have my script in all my cars, right? In case somebody calls them, because I may be doing one thing, and then when they call me, I want to get back and be right on point with what I'm talking about. People I get 2 or 3 calls a day about people wanting to buy houses, just because of Google reviews, right? Guy from New York called me. Well, I'm gonna give you, Carolyn, wants to buy a condo in Buckhead, $500,000, Wall Street guy, and he just wants to have a place here in Buckhead as a party pad. Single guy from Columbia, right? All right. So I wouldn't buy totally. So you're gonna send them a video text, and you're gonna call them immediately. If they don't answer, you just repeat this process over and over and over. So let's recap. Who can walk me through the process so far? Anybody? Please.
I'll do it.
You're gonna go ahead.
Cool. Somebody walk me through it.
Oh, I'll do it. So you call. If they don't answer, then you hang up and call back again. And so don't leave a message. And then you text them. And if they text back saying, who is this? You say, this is Jill. I'm calling you now.
Okay. So from the time you hang up the first time and hang up and call them the second time, how long do you wait?
You do it just a couple of seconds, like 5 seconds.
5. Okay. Stick to the script. See? That's okay. That's why I'm doing these little check-ins with y'all. All right. All right. Anybody else want to share the process? What they've heard? There's no wrong answers. We're just trying to get you to be successful. Guys, we got the leads and appointments, guys. That's what I'm just trying to help you here. We got the leads and appointments. Right? You got to follow up, though. I can only get them to the water, drink it, and make them swallow it, which is filling out a form. Get my ISAs to call, book the appointment. But once we book the appointment, you got to get them to show up. Yeah, I want y'all to understand this. Like we took out a lot of steps for you. You don't have to create the marketing. You don't have to initially call the lead. You don't have to use a script to book them. All you have to do is talk about credit, homes they can't find on the MLS, and money to close. In the appointments that I give you guys. Now, I assume you're going to be duplicating the system wherever you are, right? And so you got to get them to show up. This says, do not be timid on follow-up, right? We know that timid people what? Have skinny kids, right? Timid people have skinny kids, and then it's the greatest weight loss system on the planet. Is to be a timid salesperson. Because you run out of food, you're just going to be eating what you can afford, right? But some people eat beans and rice. I like beans and rice. I had some yesterday. I used to eat a lot of them. Assume prospects will not answer the phone. See, this is awesome. If you assume people will not answer the phone, then you'll start doing crazy stuff to get them to pick up the phone. Right? If a number calls you guys' phone right now that's not in your address book or that you don't know, will you pick it up?
No.
No, you won't. But if you get a number calling you back to back to back, you're like, let me see what's wrong with this crazy person. But this crazy person on our end, us, has 9 VIP buyer benefits, getting them access to homes they can't find anywhere, $10,000 toward closing costs, and letting them know that they'll need a 580 credit score or better to buy a home. The other person's calling them, trying to sell them something or scam them out of something. Right? Okay. Are with me? All right. You need to get off mute, man. All right, let me speed up my meeting. I'm feeling motivated. 11 o'clock. All right, here we go. And this will compel you to be more creative when getting people on the phone. Yes, it will. So think about, what else can I do to get people on the phone? What else can I say? What else can I offer? What can I do that other real estate agents are not doing? Number one, if you just call, you're doing better than 69% of agents. So then you have to just be careful on the words that come out of your mouth. Nobody's going to show up to a buyer meeting just because they want to buy a house, guys. That's not going to happen. You're not the only game in town. I'm not the only game in town. If we're marketing to them, somebody else is too. Right? You guys just told me, somebody watched the news report. Everybody's talking about how 70% of homes in Atlanta are being bought with cash. That was on this morning. We talked about that in our team meeting. And then you get all the buyers. I'm telling you, Jacksonville guys and ladies are saying there's no homes here. So what does that mean? Bad. We're just gonna wait it out and until somebody goes on the news again and tells us there are some homes.
Mm-hmm.
Guess who's the news reporter that has to do that? You. On social media. I got a free list of homes right here. We used to have a book, remember, Joe, with 6,000 homes in it? I got a free list of homes that you cannot find on the internet that could save you anywhere from $35,000 to $50,000. Call me if you want this free list. Call me right now. These are not on FMLS, Zillow, or anywhere online. Call me. And guess what? The phones would start ringing. Right?
I do a video of me in front of the house, like when I did this new subdivision in McDonough, saying, hey, this house was not on the MLS. And then I showed a panoramic of the subdivision. Hey, these are all the houses. They're not on They're not on the MLS.
Right? Because are most builder homes on FMLS or MLS? No, they're not.
No.
They don't want to pay the fee. They're not. So we already talked about doing open houses for builders. We already talked about that. Hopefully somebody's out here saying, I know Kayla, she had to go to doctor's morning, but I know Kayla, I'm working with Kayla to do this. Kayla's, new on our team. She's killing it. And she's like, Anthony, I'm just going to try this stuff you're saying. I'm like, that's awesome. Please do. And now she's seeing a lot of stuff is just working. She was at KW, very slow with business. She's been on our team for 4 weeks, and now she has 2 deals under contract and 7 to 8 prospects she's working with in 2 weeks. So I don't know. Bottom line, work at getting the prospects on the phone. Remember, you guys have something to say. You're all very beautiful, talented, attractive people with a lot of expertise. They will never get to meet you unless you can get them on the phone. And when you get them on the phone, remember, Les Brown says, when you open your mouth, you tell the world who you are. So make sure the words that come out of your mouth are words that benefit them, not benefit you. Right? I'm doing this. I have a team. blah, da, da, da. This is all the stuff we're offering you, okay? Work at getting the prospects on the phone. And when you do, guys, don't freestyle. Follow the callback script. Follow the callback script. You guys all have it, all right? Okay, text and email blasts. Everybody has a database. This is part of our regular routine in our database. We actually do this daily. Weekly, you should be sending a text message to your prospects to your database. Automatic setup. You can do this through KV Core, guys. You can do this through KV Core. They should be getting texts, no emails, and even voice blasts from you. So if you want to use a voice blast system, there's something called slidebroadcast.com. You can go there. Slidebroadcast.com. I'm giving you nuggets today. Although, I tell you what, don't leave voicemails. Video text. But voice blast. So Slide Broadcast has something called slidetext.com. If you don't have a database, or if you're not using KV Core, but if you're here, you're part of EXP, it's free to you. You definitely would want to use it because you can take all your leads and text them a video. What's another great video service for you is the BombBomb, right? BombBomb.
It's a part of, it's also a part of KV Core.
Oh, there you go. See, Juanita, she knows. Please interrupt Juanita dropping nuggets. I know you know. So there you go. So you can send video out to your clients. They can see your beautiful smiling face. Guess what? You could just record a 48-hour follow-up, a 24-hour follow-up, a 9 a.m. follow-up, and an hour before. You could record 4 follow-up videos today. Just keep switching your jackets or shirts if you're a guy. That's all you got to do. It'll take you about, the videos are 15 seconds. You could record a minute worth of videos. Take 1 hour today, work on your business, because I hope you're not out showing homes on a Monday. It's a total waste of time, because all listing agents are figuring out which offers they're going to accept today. This is the day you work on your business, Mondays. Don't show houses on Mondays.
And they could do smart drip campaign with KV Core. So it's very easy. You guys don't know how to do it, call me up. I'll show you how to do it. It's very easy.
There's also a lady on, if you want, she's part of EXP. Her name is Mona Carda, Karda. Go to YouTube, because I'm testing out KV Core right now. Mona Carda, Mona Karda. She's an agent at EXP, and she does all the training for KV Core. She has a YouTube channel.
She's amazing.
Yeah, she's awesome. And I talked to her the other day, last Friday, and so she has all the videos, step by step by step.
You said she's the KV Core expert? Is that
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Yeah, she's teaching me, because I don't know much about KV Core, but it's all the same, right? So you want to text. So what should you be sending? We already talked about that. We only talk about 3 things on all our meetings: credit, access to homes, money for closing. Pre-record this stuff, guys. If you pre-record it, you don't have to figure out what to do, because you could just save this in your database as a 48-hour follow-up, 24, like we do, like I do, right? You're good? Everybody good?
Yep.
Yep.
If you're good, say aye.
Aye.
If you're good, say aye. Aye. Wake up,
Aye.
get off Zoom. I know y'all think y'all busy. Y'all not too busy. I'm trying to teach y'all something. Y'all gonna be good to go. All right, let me teach you something. All right, moving on. All right, double tasking. All right, voice broadcasting files. So slot. Make sure you don't miss. Who's a single person having this alarm going on? Remember this. Somebody.
I'm not single, but it is.
Okay, most single women have. Bloop, bloop.
I did see that too.
Okay. So, slidetext.com, guys. Slidetext.com. Look at this. I use these services. They're cheap as heck. Like a penny to send a text message. I send hundreds of thousands of text messages all the time, every month. Okay, slidetext.com. All right. So what would you use? Text. We already talked about that. We don't do a lot of emailing anymore. And here's some things that you could say. I'll show you some stuff in a second. Just kind of show you some of our text broadcasts that we send out. Oh, here it is. Timid salespeople have skinny kids, right? Whoever wins the follow-up game wins. So let's talk about some resources. Grant Cardone, you guys all have access to it. You should be watching 3 videos every single day. It'll take 3 tests every day. It takes you a total of 5 to 10 minutes a day. A day. You can do it while you're having your morning coffee. That follow up. The second piece is know your script. The third piece is call the leads and confirm your appointments. My whole inside sales team, I don't care what they're doing, at 9 o'clock, they stop what they're doing and they confirm every appointment for the day. And 3 or 4 times throughout the day, depending on when we have appointments, that's what they do. Because I have their pay structured that when they actually have a client to show up, they get bonuses. Because if they show up, then I know that we have a high probability based on our presentation, our VIP buyer presentation, in getting them to become clients. If they're not becoming clients and they're showing up, it's something I need to train the real estate agent on, because there's a sales disconnect if you are meeting with buyers and they're not signing up with you, right? So that's why I meet with real estate agents on my team once a week, right? So, all right, keep that in mind. Number 3, fulfillment. Simply, it says ensuring what the prospect gets what they ask for. So if you're promising somebody a free list of this, a free list of that, then you need to make sure you give it to them. So how could you give somebody a free list of homes? What is one way you could do it that's not on MLS? Somebody besides Jill or Juanita.
Zillow.
The people, huh? How could you do it? Don't make me call you out.
Are you saying through Zillow, or are you saying do it through a Zoom?
Let me ask my question.
Share it with them on Zoom.
How could you give a prospect, somebody in your database, a list from one source of homes that's not on MLS?
Sell by owners on Zoom. I mean, on
Juanita and Jill. Let me meet Juanita. Yeah, these A students around here. Okay.
So I think what you're asking is what lead source would we be using? So
Wait, no, I try to be clear. It's my fault if I'm not being clear. Okay, you have a buyer. I'm your buyer. You promised me a list of homes that's not on MLS. I want it.
Email it.
What are you going to send me?
Email.
What are you going to send me? We don't email. Remember, we just talked about that. What are you going to send me? What source are you going to use? Come on, y'all. We got to play Pictionary.
So we could.
Anybody else can speak up too now. Come on, y'all. Wake up. We've been teaching this for a month and a half.
So, I don't know.
All right. Y'all can
Are
tell
you
we will
saying,
pull it through.
and you're saying what source? So you mean like foreclosure.com, auction.com,
Yes,
something
child.
like that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I thought you were saying how would you get it?
That's what I was asking. Okay.
Okay. So first of all, y'all heard somebody say, don't email nothing. Kill your email. Blow up your email.
Yeah, because they don't respond to those emails.
Could you text me a link?
Yeah.
Okay, do it then. Because this smartphone is bigger than my head. And my head is big. Okay? This phone is like a freaking TV screen, computer screen. And all y'all got one. Ladies' phones are bigger than that because y'all love having them, all them different pictures and filters. Y'all got everything going on. Okay? I want y'all to write, please write this down. I will no longer email people. I will no longer email a person, anybody, except a high C who's going to read everything. Okay? And y'all, if I have any in my database, I won't work with them. Y'all can have it. Okay? They drive me crazy. All right, so thank you, Tasha, for helping us with that. So you guys have multiple sources, foreclosures.com, auction.com. You guys know all the sites. They posted. All right, we got them. For sale by owners, RedX, we got all kinds of different ways we can send people access to homes they can't find on the internet, right? Over 1.3 million leads in our database, okay? Generate the lead, then brand them, right? So you generate the lead. This is talking about you always generate leads less branded. Don't ever try to get leads using the Anthony Thornton real estate team. That's not how you get people to respond to you. That's your ego, right? Don't do that. You give people what they want. It's called less branded with no branding, right? You don't have any branding about you when you're trying to get leads into your system. You just give people what they want. What do people want in Jacksonville? I can tell. I know what they want. I'm about to kill them. I know what them Jacksonville people want.
They want homes.
They just like, can you show me one home? Oh, I need to come to Jacksonville. Like, I need y'all to get me rent me a place for a month. I'll do all the VIP buyer appointments and give them all to you.
I was just
I come
looking
down
up-
there and give you 10 deals easily. I'm talking to these people. I'm calling the leads myself, y'all, because I want to hear it myself. That's what I've been doing. I'm calling leads myself. I want to hear what these people are saying. So now I know what they're saying. It's the same thing over and over. Now I just turned them over to my inside sales agents, my call center. I'm like, y'all, they're like, AT, this is easy. I'm like, yes, it is. Taking candy from babies. All right. Generate the lead and brand it, and then we'll talk about that. Let's move on. All right. So here's my baby. Look at the cute baby. All right. I love babies. So don't go through the motions. It says, if you promise a prospect something, send it to them. Now, do we send stuff to people that's not a client?
No.
All right, no.
Yes, why not?
Why? Because then they don't need you. They don't need to sign anything if you give them everything up front. So remember, we're dating.
I don't know. I help people. They come back to me because I help.
Okay. All right. I have a lot of agents that I mentor and coach that say the opposite, that make $750,000 or more in commissions. They would never send something to a client that's proprietary without them being, a customer without them being a client. So I wouldn't advise you to send stuff to, like some agents, what they do as soon as the lead comes in their system, they set them up on a what? Email.
No, I don't do that.
Right? That's what they do. Right? Right? And then you wonder why you can never get them on the phone because remember, I keep telling y'all, this is dating. If we give up everything on the first date, male or female, we never get to the altar. Male or female. If I go on the first date and bring a briefcase full of cash and buy her a house and I just met her, male or bride, I can promise you we probably never get, well, she probably would, I guess, because she can get 50% when she divorced me, but I guess it will work out that way. She probably would. So remember, this is dating. So make sure when you send them something, it's like it says, magnetic. When they get it, they call you. That's the whole point. When you send them this, you don't send them the whole list. You say, hey, here's 2 or 3 on this list, but I have 200. You tease them, right? You tease them. You with me here? Is this
Yeah.
overtraining, Jill? Let me know. Wesley used to let me know when I was overtraining.
I'm here.
Okay. Wesley used to let me know when I was overtraining people. I love Wesley. He used to tell me. He said, AT, you're giving them too much. I don't want to give you too much. Maybe I should just end here. You got enough. No more emails, just text. You got the script. Everybody has it.
Keep going.
Okay. I don't
You
want to
said you should always be given more.
more. Yeah, but everybody can't handle more, right? Some people. My son is 17. He's like, Dad, I'm only 17. I said, no such thing as only 17, son. I got to teach you business, everything. Relationships, we got to learn everything. When you're in my car, that's just training, I told him. We train in the car. All right, so make sure when you send them something that it should generate a call back to you. Because they should want what, Simone? More.
They want houses.
They want more.
They want more.
One more. You leave your buyers and sellers wanting more. Whether it's list of homes, home evaluations, free reports. Don't send free reports from Anthony Thornton. Nobody cares about Anthony Thornton. People only care about themselves. Most of these buyers and sellers, they're selfish until they get to know you. They don't know us yet. They don't need another friend. They already have enough friends.
That's what Florida broker said 2 weeks ago.
What?
Exactly what you're saying right now.
Yeah, they don't need another. Do you guys need another friend? Especially if they're needy. If you get a needy friend, you're like, oh, Lord, I'm busy now. Right? Like,
Yep.
You got a person that's real needy real estate agent? Oh, no, they can't be on my team. Oh, no. I need people to get stuff quick so we can move on. Ask Me stuff should be about progression. How do I do this? How do I do that? How do we move forward in this? How do we do that? Like, that's what we're doing. All right. Avoid pushing prospects away. This is a number. Look at this, guys. Like sending them a link to other listings on the MLS. They don't need you to do this. They can get this off Zillow. Right? You always control the content and the offers. Right? You control the content and the offers. Right? You with me?
Yes.
It's hard doing this. We got to start doing something. I got to figure another way. Because half your guys are not even on screen. It makes it hard.
Well, we can't see you. I mean, I know you can't see us. So.
Yeah, I know. All right, I'm almost done. 11:19. All right, so this is what 90. This is what 87% of realtors do right here. 87. This is what they do. As soon as somebody comes in and does, oh, let me put them on the drip so they can, if they like something, they're gonna go click and just tell me about it because they love me. Yeah, right. Love. They're gonna take your listing and give it to their cousin who's a real estate agent and say, hey, go show me this house. Right?
You know what? That's true. I did that. I didn't do that, but I had one of my friends, her mom was like, well, I'm just going to use this lady just to take me around town. And she did that. And she had the lady show her all of these houses. But at the end of it, I wrote the contract for it. She was like, no, she's closed. I'll just, I just want to send this because she sent me some lists. And I said, okay.
Right. So
that crazy agent put her under an agreement.
She didn't put her under an agreement. She didn't talk to her about it, but I did. And I told her, I was like, well, if you want to use her, I can take you around. We can do this. And she said, no, she's been showing me stuff. And I said, that's fine. As long as you understand, I'm writing the contract.
Yeah.
And she said, no, absolutely. You're writing the contract.
Okay. So we can role play this to death.
That's fine.
Because if I'm the other realtor, I'm taking your client. Because I'm gonna do a VIP buyer presentation with her. I'm gonna get her under a buyer brokerage agreement, and she's in my car, and I'm like, oh yeah, Simone, I really love Simone. I told her she could write the contract. Oh, don't worry about it. If it's that big of a deal, I'll give Simone $1,000 out of my commission. Let's just get you this home under contract.
This is before I took your training, Anthony. That didn't happen today.
I know.
But you also need to know that just because you have a brokerage agreement doesn't give you the right to the commission. If that other agent would afford that, you weren't responsible for showing that person that property.
What was she fighting? There was conversation. What was she going to fight her on?
They didn't have an agreement.
Like I said, just because you have a buyer brokerage agreement does not mean you're entitled to the commission if you didn't do the work for the commission. That's my point. I'm just saying, if the other agent would have known or found out who actually sold the house, if she was diligent enough or cared enough to figure it out, yes, she should have had a bigger conversation. She should have gotten her under a buyer brokerage agreement, and she didn't. But she was actually the procuring cause when this person got this property. Not you. She could afford it, is what I'm saying.
Not the house that she ended up buying. That was the one that I showed her. But I follow you.
So here's the whole process. You guys are talking about one-off situations. Okay, one-offs. You got to have a system on how you do business. That's what I've been teaching you guys, right? You have a system on how you do business. If you have a system, I know you don't have a system, Simone, but I'm just saying if somebody has a system of just saying, trust me, you're coming back to me with words, sorry. You're gonna have skinny kids, right? Because you got guys like me out here and other agents that are in this meeting that have a system now on how they do business. Yep, interview you why you want to buy a home. We're nice professional. We got suits and dresses on when we meet with clients. And then we do a presentation showing them all these benefits. You didn't show them anything because if you did, they would have a buyer brokerage agreement with you, real estate agent, not you, Simone. I'm just saying in general. And then we get you to sign a buyer brokerage agreement. People in their mind, they think that they're committed to you because you guys are both right. Yeah, just because you have a buyer brokerage agreement don't mean they can't go to a real estate agent. But that's not how people think. They think when they sign something, they have to go with you.
They think contractually.
Yeah, they think contractually. That's how people think, right? But we know as real estate agents, In fact, in our thing, we saying you can fire us at any time, right? As long as you're not under contract on a home. That's why we get them to sign a buyer broker agreement, because sales is what? Emotions plus what? Psychology. That's what it is. It's PE, right? Psychology plus emotions. You have to be a master at both. People, does anybody on this planet have to buy a house?
No.
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 You don't have to buy a house. I got rich buddies that don't own houses. They want to live in a certain area. They rent penthouses in downtown areas, and then they spend their money on cryptocurrency or stock markets or whatever they want to do. There's no person that has to own a home. It has been marketed to us as the American dream, right? But there's people, plenty of my friends in LA that don't own a personal home they live in because they can't afford it, and they go out and use our loan programs and buy rental properties because they have 20% down and the rent matches. You understand? Because it's a rental, it's not a primary owner occupied loan program. So nobody has to own a home. This is an emotional decision, right? It's an emotional decision to buy a home. So your job, this is your job. This is how, assume if you are a full-time real estate agent, this is how you feed yourself and you feed your family. So Tony Robbins talks about it. You guys got to come to Dallas and hear more about it. You have to be a master of influence. Does it make sense to own a home, even though you don't have to? Absolutely. Why? Because homes appreciate at, right now in Metro Atlanta for the last 2 years, 15% a year. So if you bought a home at $300,000, it's now what you made $45,000, and you didn't do anything but wake up in the morning. So if you wanted to sell it in 1 year, you could put $45,000 in your pocket. If you lived in an apartment, you don't have that. Rents don't appreciate. So that's the purpose. There's only one reason to buy a home. It's financial. And hopefully you're buying a home that's appreciating, right? Other than that, there's no reason. You don't have to own a home. Shit, no reason to. I mean, if you're a W-2 employee working somewhere, and you make under $250,000, yeah, you want to have a interest write-off, because you get to write off the interest on your mortgage against your income. So if you have a $5,000 mortgage, and most of its interest is 60 grand. This is what I used to do. My mortgage used to be on one of my houses, $5,000 a month. So what did I do? I know the law says I can write off interest on my home. So I paid myself $60,000 a year, and my interest on my home was $60,000 a year. So I have zero income. That's why they say the rich don't pay taxes. The system is set up that way. You don't just, as a business owner, you don't just pay yourself wages for. The question is why? Because I can.
Sorry for interrupting you, but it's so interesting. I met one of my friends this weekend. He's making over $500,000 a year, and he was crying because he's like, I have to pay all this taxes to the government. And I said to him, you need to get with a financial advisor, because you should not be paying any taxes. I don't understand, why are you paying taxes?
He's self-employed.
He's not self-employed. He was actually working for a big company.
Oh, he don't pay taxes if he's W-2, for sure. Yeah, but he definitely needs to buy a house, because he
has a house. So he's now buying a bunch of other houses too.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah,
He needs some Schedule C income too.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. What else? So think about that. Like when you start doing people, and some of you guys already are, with higher net worth people, they don't want low interest rates. Guys, they want higher interest rates. Why? Because it's more interest they pay on their home. It's more of a tax write-off for them if they're not paying cash. Right? I've had people come and say, Anthony, give me the highest rate you can give me. Unfortunately, they changed the mortgage business. It's not really like that. You can't really do that anymore, right? So there's only a little bit of leeway, maybe 0.25%, but they want higher rates because they want to write off more. And now my buddy just moved out of New York, and because they only can write off up to $25,000 in off of their home, and you can't buy anything in New York under $1 million, and taxes are just ridiculous on homes up there. So different mindsets for different peoples, right? Different people. So the whole point of that was what? Sales is emotional. Our job is to keep people emotional. We know what's best for them, especially if they're a W-2 employee. Every W-2 employee under a certain income needs to own a home because they're going to live somewhere. You might as well get the tax write-off. That's the purpose of buying a home. This is a whole nother training, right? Whole nother training. So that is the reason to do it. Okay. What other comments do we have before I wrap it up here in about 5 or 10 minutes?
I went to just kind of talking about you were talking about earlier. I went to I was looking at some property the other day for a customer, and I was with a builder, and it just so happened while she was talking, I heard somebody else come in, and the sales guy said, the sales guy for the builder said to this potential customer, yeah, you can go and look at the models, the model homes. I don't want to waste your time or mine. And as she was talking to me, I was just like, okay, because in my mind, I was thinking, I'm about to walk behind him and I'm going to make him my customer. And so I gave him some space and I went into another home and I was taking pictures. And he says, oh, are you looking to buy one of these properties, one of these homes? And I said, no, actually, I'm an agent. I'm a realtor. And he goes, oh, well, then I need your information. And he was moving out of California, was paying cash here. And so now I have him, we're having a conversation today. He was out of town and about moving forward.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So now I'm like, oh, I'm just going to start scoping out builders that are letting people do their own thing.
Well, they all are. Because builders are what? The person sitting there is writing offers all day long.
They're writing offers.
They become farmers now. They're not hunters, and they don't have to be. But there's tons of people that go out there on the weekend with no agents. Your buyers do. Jill knows all about that. Here's one of my appointment confirmations just to kind of show you what I send clients real quick. I'll send this to you. I'll let you see it. This is what I send a client. Hi, this is Anthony Thornton with the Anthony Thornton Home Selling Team. And when we meet, you'll get 6 things. The first thing you're going to receive is access to homes that most buy. These homes are not on Zillow, they're not on MLS, they're not listed anywhere online and could save you anywhere from $10,000 to $35,000 off market price. Second, you're going to get our $10,000 cash savings buyer guarantee.
Anthony, your screen is frozen. Your video screen is frozen.
Purchase, as you see here, we'll pay you $1,000 at closing. Third, you're going to get our $2,500 closing cost guarantee.
We can still hear it.
Will not pay at least $2,500 towards your closing, as you see here. And then fourth, this is amazing right here. You're going to get our 24-month VIP buyer satisfaction guarantee. Copy of my #1 best-selling book. It's on Amazon called List, Market, Sold. Just so you have it, it's a lot of information, good information for you. And 6, you're going to receive our #1 reason of doing business. Why I started this real estate team. I want to create more multi-million-dollar clients than any real estate team has ever done. So how do we do it? We have quarterly classes every quarter where we teach you how to buy, sell, invest, and flip real estate, totally free. We teach you how to open up businesses, LLCs, how to structure them. We bring in experts from around the area. We teach you how to get access to state, local, and federal contracting opportunities. We teach you how to invest. If you want to learn about day trading, we bring in all the experts, totally free of charge. You don't invest one dime. It's my way of being over 2 decades in real estate and unloading this brain with all the wealth principles that I know to help our clients become multi-millionaires. So all you got to do is one thing, just show up and it'll all happen for you. We look forward to meeting you real soon. Please look at the details in the text below or the email below, however you're receiving this. Have a great day. All right.
Hey, if you're a real estate agent,
sorry, let me get rid of this guy. All right. So you should have something pre-recorded on your phone to send people. That'll help you. These meetings are designed. Remember, they're optional. You don't have to show up to these meetings. You have one on Mondays. These are optional if you're looking to build your business. I'm only going to teach you what we teach agents that close $750,000 or more in commissions. This is what we teach them. This is what they do. This has been doing it for at least a couple of decades here, teaching agents that are at the top of their game and they have bottlenecks in their business, take the bottleneck out. So some stuff, a lot of stuff you hear, you're gonna be scratching your head like, huh? They're doing what? 4% on the buy side, 5.5, 5.25 on the sell side, 597 upfront fees. All this stuff that's happening, a lot of agents they can't wrap their heads around it because it's non-traditional for them. But remember, you can only go as far as your brain tells you you can. I don't see limitations. I always look at how much more could we offer, how much more could we do, what is going to be more beneficial for them, me. How can I get them off of their couch? How can I do more and more and more? Because if I can get them off their couch, if they're a W-2 employee, I know that they need to buy a house because they have no tax write-offs. They don't have any, right? They don't have any. And I have the key to unlocking how they can build wealth for their family. And it starts here with building equity, because my next step is to what? Let them be in their house for 1 or 2 years and show them how they can take this to 15% equity and now buy a rental property, because they didn't have the money on day one when they bought their primary. So I know on the 13th month, on the 8th month, I'm calling them to refinance them and get them refinanced, whether it be with us or if I was an agent that wasn't connected with some lender, get $45,000 out of their home. And I know if they have a 680 credit score, because I know loan programs as a real estate agent, that if they could put 15% down, all I got to do is say, what's $45,000 divided by 0.15, and I know they can go out and buy a $300,000 rental property today with no job, because I know loan programs. See, that's what I'm already looking at, the next sale. I'm not looking at the sale that's in front of me. If I can get them in a home and I know they're going to make 15% equity, like that's what's happening in Metro Atlanta. I'm not sure, you guys might want to check what's happening in your markets, wherever you are. I know that I already have them positioned to buy a rental property in 8 months or less, or at the 12-month point. So I'm already got another sale and another sale, and they don't have to debt ratio, because I know loan programs, because I constantly, if I'm a real estate agent, I'm in touch with the loan officers and I'm learning about loan programs, right? You guys got that?
Yep.
Now I'm overtraining, right, Joe?
Yes.
No, because I find it interesting, because I have conversations with Jesus all the time, so it's like, now I know a little more about the VA programs. I know a little more about, and
So
the
just
more
know,
educated the customers are, the more excited they become, because it becomes actual possibility.
imagine taking somebody from, go ahead, Simone, I'm sorry.
Well, no, I was saying, speaking to Jill's point, when you know more of your customer, you become more of the expert and the professional when you're having that conversation with that potential customer, because then you start to build more trust, because they're like, oh, you're not just an average agent, you're an agent that knows. And I find that to be super helpful when you can have, for me personally, from an underwriting perspective, when I can tell them you need this, this, and this. And I know I don't have to wait for your loan officer to tell you what you need. I'm telling you how to put your package together. And then when a loan officer says, oh, well, you need this, this, and this, I'm able to come back and say, okay, but why?
Right, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So just think about it. Y'all saw my video. I'm already talking to them about buying rental properties, and they're like, I'm a first-time home buyer, or whatever. And they're like, what are you talking about? Right? But does 80% of people does 80% of people would love to own a rental property? Yes.
Yes.
They just don't know how to do it.
They don't, or that they can.
Or that they can, right? So if you knew we had a loan program that requires no job and a 680 credit score, and the person can put 15% down and they don't even have a job. And wait, let me finish my statement. If you knew that somebody had a 680 credit score and had 15% down, but they had no job, or they had a job but they have a lot of debt and they're trying to build wealth, you have the answer for them. You got that? Okay, so make sure. Those are the things that you need to know as a realtor. Because everybody you meet, you should be saying, hey, I got a 15-month plan for you. I'm gonna teach you how to buy a home and get you a rental property in the first 15 months. You interested? What's the answer to that question?
Tell me more, and absolutely.
Ashley says, hey, Ashley, you want to find out somebody's motivated? Add that verbiage to your words. Add that verbiage to your daily routine. Hey, I got a 15-month plan to teach you how to own a home and get a rental property. What?
Okay.
Call me. I'm Ashley, debutante out of the Panhandle. Yeah, what'd you say, Tasha? What'd you ask me about?
What's the name of your, what's the name of that video? Because I'm here with my grandson. He wrecking my nerves and I didn't really hear it.
Oh, I'll send it to you. I'll send it out.
So Anthony, is that a no DSCR program or a DSCR program?
It is.
Sweet. All right.
Yeah. So
DSCR.
Yeah. Debt servicing coverage, something. Rental. Yeah, I forget the name. Y'all don't have to stay. I'm giving you extra stuff now. But that's what you should be doing. You got a 15-month plan to help somebody buy. So let's say you get somebody and say, well, I don't have a 680 credit score. Well, you got 15 months to work on it. They could get with our credit repair person, pay them $1,000. Credit score be 750. That's what I do with all these celebrities. Their credit is garbage. And I give them my credit guy, and now I got a guy with an 801 credit score.
So DSCR is something that you offer. Is that from what I'm understanding, it's through a credit agency or something?
Oh, that's to buy a rental property with 15% down, but as long as you have a 680 credit score. Those are the things y'all should be talking about on the internet. That's what people want to know about, man. That's how you build wealth. That's how you get them to call you. What if you get somebody that does, hey man, I know you might not want to buy a property for yourself, but would you like to own a property and start building wealth for yourself? You could 15% appreciation. I mean, if you know what, I mean, that ain't nothing but Google, guys. In your marketplace, knowing what homes appreciate like that. You don't have to be a genius to figure this out, right? Homes are appreciating 15% Metro Atlanta. That's 300, guys. That means the next year your house will be worth 45,000 more. Could you use an extra 45,000? Answer is yes, 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 right? All right,
Yes.
so have a great week, guys. Get a deal under contract. Don't tell yourself a story or give yourself limiting beliefs. It's a lie. You can do more. You can offer more. You can make more. There's no limit on what you can do. All you got to do is follow the training. Kill your brain. Don't email anybody. Never email me under no circumstance, unless it's a link to I'm gonna get some money or something. But stop emailing, text, video text. Okay? Yes, you got to do your hair, ladies. No bonnets. All right?